Hello, everybody. I'm going to give this just a minute here to update before I go into what we have to talk about today. Let me get my computer ready. Come on, computer. There we go. And I know a lot of you have to wait for a commercial, so I'm going to wait just about 15-30 seconds here. And all right. So it looks like I got my Becky the bouncer, our wonderful moderator, joining us today. Thank you, Becky. She's joining us from her bird's eye view lovely apartment in sizzling hot Noonan, Georgia. So I really thank you for helping us out, Becky. Can't do this without you, sweetheart. Um, and hi to Maria. Thanks for your greetings there. And Jennifer, glad you could join us. Monique from the Netherlands. Lori, again, congratulations. Lori was one of our winners. I'm going to get to that in just a second. I want to say hey to Liz. Kathleen, yay, you did make it. You're here. And Brooke. Um, and anyway, we had a really fun week this week. It's been really busy around here. I can't even think of all the things I've been doing, but been working a lot on patterns for you guys and um, getting things uploaded. If you haven't checked out already, if you're looking for the poncho pattern, it's already been uploaded to my, let me go ahead and move out of the way a little bit so you can see that. It's already been uploaded to my Love Crafts channel. And for those of you who are joining me for the first time, a lot of my older videos are going to have the Ravelry store advertised, and there's really no way that I can go back over 400 videos and change all that. So just to let you know, you can always find the links in the video descriptions below the video, and everything is going to link you to the Lovecraft store, and that's in lieu of the Ravelry store. It's a long story. I'm not going to get into that now, but I do have a video on my channel if you wanted to understand the whys and why nots of, all that happening. But anyway, let's get to some really fun stuff. A lot more people are checking in here. Hi, Cherry. That's a really cool name. And Marlene and Teresa says it's her first live with you. Hi, Teresa. I'm so glad you could join us. Um, and Sam, hello. Let's see. Sherry from Indiana, thank you for joining us. Nancy, Ethel, hi, how you doing? It's good to see the Knit Addict with us again. That's a fun name. And I am learning to love knit too. So look out, guys. You might see more stuff like that from me. I missed a lot of people here. Let's see. Christy from Florida. Oh my goodness, friend. We're going to talk about you in just a bit. I hope you are battening down the hatches where you are. Um, and Mountain Love from Asheville, North Carolina. How cool. Um, let's see if I don't want to miss anybody, but I know I will. And if I do, forgive me. And just to let you know, I do read over every single comment once this broadcast is over if I miss you while I'm live. I do so appreciate the comments, and they're coming in a lot now. Lisa Walker, thank you for joining us from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Wow. My son used to work not far from there for a summer. It says Camely Girl 49. That's a cool name. Says, where can I find beginner's blanket for an adult? Oh, that's a really good question. I do have a lot of beginner's blankets for babies. And quite frankly, if you change the multiple on some of those, you can make any of them into an adult blanket. And I've got an exciting project coming out sometime this fall. I'm not going to talk about that yet, but it'll be something that will be a big help to you if you're looking for beginner adult blankets. Actually, there's one blanket you can do that'd be easy to do for an adult. It's the Easy Beginners Granny Square baby blanket. If you check that out, all you have to do is just keep it going round and around and around, and you can make that to any size you'd like. Also, there's a rectangular version on my channel, and you can just make that, for any size. It can fit a twin bed. You can do whatever you want with either of those. Cassandra, welcome. Hi, Regine. Wow, from France. Got some exciting news too. I might be not too far from where you live, Regine, in the near future, for a fun trip I'm going to be going on with my husband. another anniversary kind of a thing. And it's actually not one that's associated with work. So that's going to be really fun, a real vacation. Um, Golly, Mama B's Crochet Kitchen. How cool is that? Um, let's see, Melissa from Chatsworth, Georgia. Welcome aboard. Um, and Cynthia and Shirley. Take care of Hannah. My girl's leaving me. She's heading out. And Suzanne Walker, welcome again. It's so good to see you. Um, let's see. I love Loopy Crochet and Treasures. That's a really cool name. Hey from Alabama. And Nancy, Pauline, and Bunny Sue. Hello there. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get on with some of the things I have on my sheet here. The first thing is to share with you the winners from last week's magazines, and they came in the mail yesterday. So those are three of you who've won, and that would be Lori K, Tracy B, and Irene. And for those of you who are new to the broadcast, I always put the winners in the description box below. Okay, and I'll tell you more about that. But anyway, three of them won this magazine, which is really, really fun. It's brand new. It's on the newsstands. I actually saw this at Walmart this past week, and it was not in the craft section. It was actually over near the electronics where they keep all the, the muscle building magazines and all that kind of stuff that none of us ever look at. It was over there mixed in. So I was just really pleasantly surprised to see Crochet World magazine and the Crochet Workshop. So, if you're looking for a place to get that, check out your local Walmart store. Of all places, I know you've probably got one near you if you live anywhere in the U.S. because they are everywhere. Let's see, I've already told you about my sports team poncho that's coming out. This one right here. This is a poncho for those of you who are new. You can make it in your favorite team's colors. It's designed to make it, in the colors that you like to wear. To support your local team, whether that's a high school team, a college team, or even a National Hockey League, National Football League, baseball, whatever. I had a lot of fun making this, and I'm really going to enjoy wearing it now that the weather is starting to turn a little bit crispier here. It's not been real consistent, but we have had temperatures in the 60s, so that is very much welcome after helping to move my daughter in Georgia in temperatures around 100. So I'm really welcoming sweater weather, poncho weather. Again, I love, love, love that kind of stuff. All right, let me see. Anybody else here? Cheryl Becker from Texas. Hey, welcome. And Madonna, I just wanted to say, hey, Sprout from South Dakota. I still have to check that state off on my list of visiting. So, and Mary Ellen, thank you for congratulating the winners. That's so sweet of you. You all have such great attitudes, and I so appreciate that. Cheryl from Ontario, Canada, thank you for joining us. My northern neighbor. I have some really great friends, actually from Ontario. I don't know if you're familiar with Suzanne. I can't remember her last name right off the bat, but anyway, a friend of mine. She does Tunisian crochet, and she's really good. She lives up. I think she's from Ontario. I don't think she still lives there. I think she lives out west now, but really sweet girl. Let's see. Tammy from Oregon. I want to say hey. Yeah, Bunny Sue says that the Walmart cut the yarn aisle in half. Yeah, they tend to do that. That's sad to hear. Mine's done all kinds of things. It's gotten rid of, let's say, fabric, and then it's brought it back. And then it's kind of not the way it was, but they still carry stuff. So, I think a lot of it depends on where people shop. And quite frankly, I think a lot of people don't get all of their yarn from Walmart. I know I don't. And it's not a strike against Walmart in any way, shape, or form because we buy plenty of other stuff from them. It's just that I usually go where the yarn deals are and where I can use coupons, quite frankly. And I know a lot of you do the same thing too. You know where to get the deals, and that's what we do. And sometimes Walmart's there and sometimes it's not. So, I think that's probably why that has fluctuated over time. Oh, thank you, Marie, for your sweet comment. And Cindy from Minnesota, I want to say hey. And Lynn from Florida. Hello, Lynn. I know you're getting busy, getting ready for, that's the next thing I want to talk about. Hurricane Dorian. Ugh, oh, just makes me a little nervous to think about that. So we're, thinking of you guys and gals in Florida, getting ready. Hey, it may not even be Florida. It may be my mother-in-law and my son in South Carolina along, the Myrtle Beach coast. They may end up getting this thing. I mean, we don't know, um, what it's going to do. A Facebook friend of mine named Johnny sent me this, or I saw this picture this morning that he had posted of the state of Florida, and it looked like a bunch of snarled yarn ends, just kind of pointing in all these different directions and all tangled, all the uh, projected way that this hurricane could go, which is really basically saying they don't know. But just to let you know that we are praying and thinking of you guys. And I just made a quick list of some essentials you need to stock up on. At least this is what we do during blizzards up here. And I grew up in South Florida, spent my entire childhood there. So I went to college and, visiting often once I left when my parents were living down there many years ago. And here's some of the essentials I thought you might want to take a look at. You need to get your milk, right? And right after that, probably toilet paper. For whatever reason, those things sell out the fastest. And then you have to get some water, bottled water. And of course, you need to have dry goods and food that you don't need to keep refrigerated. Um, and of course, batteries. And one thing I learned from my neighbors who were, because I grew up in Hialeah, Florida, and they had a hurricane maybe about 7 or 8 years ago, and they were without power for over a month. And they needed gasoline, and that was the one thing everybody needed. So if you have a way to store gasoline safely, that's a great thing to do, because when the electricity goes out in the region, there might be plenty of gas around, but you have to have electricity to pump it out of the in-ground storage tanks. And my town didn't have the electricity to do that for over a month. So if you need gas to go anywhere, you need to have a way to store it. Um, and also you need oil and gas mix for your chainsaws, perhaps to take care of trees and things. And of course, don't forget yarn. Lots of yarn. That's one of the things that actually sells out around here before a blizzard is yarn. People go shopping because they know they're going to be, stuck inside for probably a week or more, or many days. So that's what I usually do. I go out and make sure I have plenty of yarn, just because I know I'm not going to be able to do much else. Let's see what we got here. I'm going to catch up. Yes, thank you guys just for praying for each other. That is just so good. And we will keep an eye on this and hopefully check back in next week and see what happens. I think they're saying it. I don't want to be a weather person and I don't want their job because they're like trying to predict the future, which is, as we all know, pretty impossible. Even with all the electronical gadgets, there's no way they can do it. They can do it a little bit better, I guess, than maybe Christopher Columbus's day, but these storms are kind of crazy. But we will be praying for you guys, and just praying that this thing just turns around and goes right on back out at sea. I remember many, many, many times as a kid watching them do just that, go up out to sea. Of course, there was one that went up the coast and came right back down and got us. So I mean, again, you just don't know. All right, let's go ahead and do a giveaway. We're right about the halfway point here. Time flies, especially when I'm trying to catch up with all these things. I am going to read all the comments that I'm missing. A lot of them have come in. Yes, Cynthia, batteries. Batteries are really, really important. Let's see. Well, let me go ahead and show you what I have. My friend, Jackie Doherty over at Annie's. She's also the editor of Crochet World magazine. I think I showed you a picture last week, but I'll show you a picture again. Okay, this is a picture of my friend, and she's a wonderful lady, and she's a really, really good editor. And I think I mentioned that last week. And she sent me these magazines. I have 6 copies. Okay, I'm going to give these away during the lifetime right now. And these are not the most current. This is the June 2019 edition. Okay. Now, if you are already subscribed to this, then obviously you don't need this copy. But in case some of you aren't familiar with Crochet World magazine, this has been around. I don't know when it was founded, but I was getting these in the 1970s as a kid in South Florida. And I made a lot of stuff out of here because it was just really hard to get patterns, and this was pretty much it. But just to show you, this particular one, I do have a design featured in here. And actually it was kind of fun. This is they did a little designer thing. That was kind of nice of them. But this is actually the shawl design that I wore to my son's and my daughter's weddings. So we've had 2 children get married in the last couple years, and this is kind of my go-to wedding shawl for that. And thankfully they've kind of both been in the summertime. It was really hot in Florida when I wore this one in the Panhandle, but I wanted to wear something special that was crocheted. So that is in here, and there are a lot of other things. Let me just turn to the back cover because I don't want to take too long. But here's an overall view of all the designs in this magazine. And for those of you who are, no, they're not paying me to say this. Let me say that up front. I'm just saying this. This is just my opinion, but this has 26 projects in it. The newsstand price. Let me get my glasses because they make those numbers really small. Okay, the news price in the U.S. is $5.99 or $6.99 in Canada, and that's what you'd pay for this if you bought it at the store. And I think if you I know the prices vary for subscriptions. They print these 6 times a year, but if you get a subscription from them where they just deliver it to your door, it is, of course, much cheaper than paying the newsstand price. But anyway, I have 6 of these to give away. And if you want to be entered, and we're going to do this, we're going to have the names of the 6 winners before this broadcast is over. And this is what you're going to do. I'm going to make it real easy. I need you to send me an email. And this is my email address. Becky's going to put it in the chat. It's bonniebay@me.com. And all you need to do is say, enter me, or even just say contest or something like that. And I'm going to check my email towards the end. And I'm going to ask for random numbers from Becky. And then she's in Georgia. She has no idea who my emails are. She has no access to this information. I'm the only one. So, she's going to give me some random numbers, and then I'm going to use those numbers to pick the winners. And that's basically how I do a lot of my stuff, because I love you guys so much. And I just want to give everybody something, and I just not able to do that at this point in my life. But so this is for you all who are live right now. Okay. Now I know there are a lot of people who work, who just or if you're from over, well, I guess I also need to clarify, this is only for US and Canada residents, just simply because of the cost of postage. I'm really sorry that I have to limit it to that. But so if you're from far away, it would cost me probably 5 times what the magazine is worth to send it to you. And that's the main reason why I don't do that. And I know you understand that, and I appreciate that. Again, I will be having future giveaways where I can just give you a PDF easily, and without costing either of us too much. So anyway, for those of you who are in the US or Canada and you missed the live broadcast, I have something else for you. Okay, this is the February 2019 edition, okay, of the Crochet World magazine. I have 6 copies of these. So I will be selecting these winners. See, today is Friday. I'll give you till tomorrow afternoon. Okay, so I'll post these winners Saturday by, I'm going to say, I can't really give you a time frame because we're going to be very busy here cleaning out some things in our house. Um, but I'll say by late afternoon tomorrow, I'm going to have these winners selected and posted in the video link or in the description of the video below. But let me just take a quick look at this. And those of you who, what I'm going to do is the winners that, well, I won't get into all the details, but if you don't win, well, I am going to separate it out. I know that I sound really scattered brain right now, but if you enter now in the next 30 minutes, okay, after I get those emails and select the winners, I'm going to clear those out. So if you want to re-enter for this, that's fine. But I'm going to have to ask you to send another email. It's going to have to be like after 2 o'clock today. Okay. And then one more thing I want you to know about when you send me an email, you might be thinking, oh gosh, I don't want to give her my personal information. I totally understand that. And to let you know, I want to say publicly, and I have this written in the video description below. The only emails that I ever keep are whenever you sign up for my newsletter that I send out, and if just because of like the legalities of it, if you want to get that, I have to have that information. But I never ever ever give that to anybody. I don't sell any lists or anything like that. I don't do that. I don't like it when people do that to my information. I will never do that to yours. Um, let's see what else. Also, once I pick the winners, I stay in touch with them just long enough to get their mailing address. And once this goes in the mail, that stuff is cleared out of my computer. I don't hang on to addresses. I don't hang on to emails. You might even say I'm a really poor marketer, but my goal here is not primarily, I want to be able to share with you what I have, but my goal is not to market as much as it is to share the love that we have of crochet. And I want you to get better and so forth. Okay, enough talk. So what's inside this magazine? Okay. Let me get my glasses on so I can see. I think I have, okay, I have one design in this. Oh, I have two designs in this one. Okay. So this is the magazine that's going to be for those who did not make the live broadcast. Okay. This is the rug I did. I can show you a bigger picture of that. And also, you remember this crochet along for the shawl. I'll go ahead and show you another picture. Those are both in this magazine. But other designs by other excellent designers too. I really, again, I really like what Crochet World has done. They've stayed within really good parameters as far as keeping things nice and modest and family friendly. Okay, so this rug is in there, the Aran circular rug, and and this one, the Celtic diamond wrap. And for those of you who are new to the channel and who have never seen this wrap, all of the videos to take you through this entire project are posted right here on the channel. And before, I always forget this. Like I said, I'm not a very good marketer. I'm a crocheter. I'm a mom. Okay. Dabble in music here and there. But if you don't mind hitting that thumbs up, if you're enjoying this little chat, just hit the thumbs up. And if you want to receive notifications, you have to hit the little bell on the page somewhere. Or you may even have to, let me check my page here. You may even have to go to my home page and hit the bell. And if you haven't subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button. Well, let me go ahead and I know I've missed a lot of comments. I'm sorry about that. Okay. Thank you, Knit Addict. That's a really sweet comment. And Elisha says, I would like to see another lacy scarf tutorial. I love the delicate scarves. All right, I will make a note of that. I'm enjoying those too. I may maybe dip into some of my knit crate yarn and try to come up with something. I appreciate that comment and the suggestion too. Let's see. Yes, Johnny said he made the wrap in deep purple in the chic yarn, and he likes the way it came out. I thank you. I'm glad that worked out for you. Um, I really do enjoy working with the ship sheep yarn by Red Heart Yarns. It's 100% wool for those of you who aren't familiar. It's not the cheapest stuff in the store, you know, as you well know, but it's not the most expensive either, and it's really good quality yarn. It's merino wool, so it's not that scratchy stuff that you can scrub pots with. It's the nice stuff that's nice against your skin. Um, so let's see, I'm just catching up. Tamara says she loves the rug. Thank you, Tamara. That was fun. I'm hoping to get that one back. Yes, Gayla says she loves Crochet World. Yep, they've been really good over the years and very, very consistent. Um, let's see. Let me go check my email. We've got just a few more minutes here. While I'm waiting for that to open up, let me see what we, oh my goodness. There's a lot of you out there. My goodness, I got like over 60 emails already. That's amazing. Let me see. Let me count exactly how many. One, that's 10. Let me clear out the junk here that manages to creep in somehow. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Okay, I have exactly 60 so far. Um, I'm going to give this another minute or so to, and then I'm going to ask Becky for some numbers and I will figure this out right here before we go. There is one other thing. I've added a poll. Some of you have already responded, and thank you so much. I've added a poll. It's the first time I've done this little thing. And it's if you go to my homepage and you hit the community button, it's about in the middle of all the, you know, the videos and it have playlists and have different things you can click on at the top. And if you hit community, you'll see a messaging system. And what I've been doing is just adding, um, uh, I've lost my chain of thought there for a second. I've been notifying people through that, you know, about the YouTube live as well as on my Facebook page. But if, but I've also included a poll, and it's just a simple question. What kinds of things are you hoping to make, you know, for the Christmas or the Hanukkah holidays when you know, for your gift giving things for the, you know, the winter holiday time. And it has some options there for you to click on. And yeah, I'm just interested in what you most want to see. And I've looked at the stats already, and it looks like the top percentage of you are looking for um, shawls or wraps, capes, that sort of thing. And it just so happens that I am actually working on something like that. It will probably be coming to you in October because I know once Thanksgiving is over, I know that nobody has time for, or very, the time that you have for crochet takes a nosedive because you're busy with holiday parties and I know doing your shopping and everything. A lot of other things get put on hold until after the holidays. But I know up until end of October, I know people are busy, you know, preparing these sorts of things. So I do have something coming that I think you're going to like. It's a little unique. It's the first time I'm doing this, but it is something you wear. It's something that's easy to do. Although this does involve some cabling. Again, I'll take you through it step by step. But I am working on that this week, and I'm going to try to have those finished up so that I can have them released as soon as I get back from some travel in September. So I'm really looking forward to that. Um, and let me see. Okay, now let me see. Becky has sent me her set of numbers. Becky, it looks like we have 67 people entered. So if you could actually choose your numbers between 1 and 67 and send that to me again if you don't mind. And don't use my, use my regular account, not the, wait a minute, maybe you sent it to me in a, okay, good, thank you. All right, okay, here we go. Now, Becky, do you want me to, okay, never mind. Let me get both of these up here. Okay, so here are the numbers. Okay, so you guys can go ahead. Okay, I'm gonna stop right there. Okay, I am gonna go ahead and pick the people from the people who've already sent in your emails, and I'm gonna start with the very first ones that came in. So yeah, the first is the 4th, so that's 1, 2, 3. Okay, Tamara 7363, you are one of our winners. I'm going to, hold on a second. I'm going to flag this. So I'm just letting you know you're one of our winners. The other, let's see. All right. I'm having to count, and I'm having to count through a lot of numbers. So thanks for being patient with me. The next one is Teresa Patton. Okay, you're one of our winners. And again, that's for this edition, okay? Just to let you know, the June 2019. Okay, so that's 2. I think I need an extra pair of hands to do this. Okay. Okay, hold on. Okay, I have VJ Garnick, if that's correct. That's another one of our winners. Congratulations. I need to count again. I lost count. It's like losing stitch count. Okay, I simply have the word Hux. Hux, you are one of our winners. And let's see what the next number is. We have 2 more. And it's going to take me a while to count here. 32, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 39, 40, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. I have USA Crochet Podcast with Gloria James. So you're one of our winners. And we have one more. Okay. And Linda Gates, that would be our 6th winner. Okay. So I'll read them backwards again. So Linda Gates, USA Crochet Podcast with Gloria James. Hux, VJ Garnick, Teresa Patton, and Tamara 7363. Those are our winners. Does that mean make sure? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, those are our winners for today's broadcast. So I'm going to clear out all the other emails that were sent in, but thank you, thank you, thank you for participating with this one. If you want to enter again, I tell you what, you can go ahead and start entering at any point. If you want to enter again, I'm going to delete emails, below a certain point. But if you want to re-enter for the February 2019 edition, feel free to do that from this point on. I'll be able to keep track of that. I'm just trying to be, fair and square about all of this. So let me see. Anything else? Let me go back. And Patricia says, "What are you wearing?" Actually, if you're talking about the scarf, Patricia, this is a scarf pattern on my crochet channel. It looks just like this. If you go to look for it, I Can't think of the name right off the top of my head. But it is on my channel there. Um, let's see. Everybody's congratulating one another. Thank you for being such great sports. I know that a lot of you didn't get one. I'm so sorry. Um, but but thank you. Thank you for participating, for joining us, and as always, I'm just really humbled. Just the fact that you guys would tune in like this. This is pretty amazing. I am going to, however, sign off at this point. But I did want to leave you with a quote. Um, I read this to encourage you. I was very encouraged by this morning. I know a lot of you, go through, or, are going through a lot of life struggles, and are constantly in need of, help, places to look for help. Well, this is a quote from one of my favorite authors. She's with the Lord now, but her name is Corrie Ten Boom, and I don't know if you've ever heard of Corrie Ten Boom. She was actually a Holocaust survivor. She and her husband, I'm sorry, she was not married. Her and her father and her sister used to, for those of you who don't know who Corrie Ten Boom is, she used to hide Jews in their home secretly during the time of the Nazi, Holocaust. And eventually, and she actually, many people were saved through their family's efforts, even though, this is so touching, even though her family went to jail or went to the concentration camps, and she was the only survivor of her family. So, whew, this is powerful. But anyway, she had this huge reconciliation ministry to many people over many years. And it also included her reconciling with the people who actually held her in bondage in those camps. So it's an amazing story. And so this is a quote from her. She says, "The wonderful thing about praying is that you can leave a world of not being able to do something and enter into God's realm where everything is possible. He specializes in the impossible. Nothing is too great for his almighty power. Nothing is too small for his love." And so I just want to, again, I don't say this to offend anybody. This is just to encourage everybody. And with that, I just want to say God bless you. And I wish you a wonderful week. And for you guys in the path of Dorian, we are praying for you. Bye-bye.